Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good morning so far. Happy Monday to you. Monday, July 29th. We are almost done with July and into the dog days of August in a couple of days. This is the Three Sisters, guys. As always, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow on the 1 minute chart. And we are on, this is Monday, right? Meandering Monday, messy Monday, manic Monday, some people like to call it. And that is often the case as participants have been thinking about their positions over the weekend and making a decision as to what to do. So we'll watch this tug of war here on the open in the next 5 seconds. It begins. And there it is right there. Do you see that? That's the first candle just forming now. Let's take a look at the daily frame. Very important. We've had a 10% pullback in the NASDAQ here from just about a week and a half ago. And now we have actually broken Friday's highs overnight during the Asian and UK sessions on the NASDAQ and on the S&P and on the Dow. The Dow was already kind of in rally mode for the last couple of sessions, but you get the idea. So this is feeling like maybe for now, in the interim, that the weakness might be over for now, and we're going to get a little resurgence of a rally here. So my sort of pseudo bias coming in here is to think about the potential for longs coming in here. But let's take a look at the Three Sisters. You'll see that that 1 minute candle is ending in about 10 seconds. And we'll have the 1 minute open range. And we're dropping down below VWAP, and below VWAP on all three. Let's take a look at the trading screen, or my trading grid, if you will, the power grid I like to call it. There's that daily chart, right? Looking like we want to go a bit higher here, but they were dropping here in the pre-market and now on the open on the 30-minute time frame in this range. So maybe weakness is in the cards. We're getting a bit of a mixed message here between the daily body being bullish for now and the 30-minute three candles driving down into a marginal support zone just from the UK session here. The big stuff, of course, are the support zones here from the New York session on Friday. Be watching that. But look at this weakness coming in here on the 1 minute chart, right? Driving down into the open, as I just showed you here on the 30, and then breaking down below the open range. I will not be doing anything here, of course, right here on the open, especially on a Monday. Gonna let this play out for a while and see if this is serious weakness or if it's just an excuse for the dip buyers to come in and buy some bargains and to align with what I just showed you here on the daily chart, having this significant 10% pullback already over the last couple of weeks. Well, I'm going to put you on pause and cut out dead air, sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments. Keep this video nice and tight, but I'll bring you back if and when I see anything of interest. Pause now. Back into the open range here on the NASDAQ, driving up again, more or less back in on the S&P as well, and weakness on the Dow. Let's take a look at the power grid. There's the NASDAQ again back in the open range, S&P, 30-minute range dropping down below. See that there? This is the aftermarket, not too concerned about that. The next key zone for me would be this one down here. And again, this is on the S&P. On the Dow, let's take a quick look just to get a sense of what the Three Sisters are doing. Significant weakness here on the Dow, guys. Driving down handily into this clean traffic zone on the Dow. Back to the NASDAQ. Divergent behavior here, as you can see. Dow driving down, NASDAQ trying to rally back up here. Negative moving average configurations on all three, meaning the 9 below the 21 on 1, 2, and 3, and below VWAP on the S&P and the Dow, and on VWAP here for the NASDAQ. Very much open to the idea of longs here, guys, and that goes back to what I mentioned on the daily chart, right? Right here. Bigger picture frame only, but I need to see much more here, and here on the 30-minute chart in order to take that long, as you can imagine. This is a dance. I'm open to whatever the market presents in the moment. Dow still weak. S&P new lows on the session. NASDAQ still in the open range. Nothing for me to do. Very much divergent behavior, as I mentioned, guys. And so nothing to do. right, guys, I'm going to wait for this candle to close and see if there's an idea here on the long side. Again, my bias being to the long side, if anything. Stop below this rejection wick. 18 seconds left in this candle. If and when it closes, I'll take the break above. Once it closes, a break above I will take. And I'm in, guys. In. Long the NASDAQ, looking for 1 hour here, just out of the gates. Hopefully a fairly quick trade here, right up into that zone, the retest of where that candle is. It's a wick fill, essentially momentum play. Watching the three sisters. So just to show you guys the time of entry there, firming up on the S&P, rounding up on the Dow, and of course the strength above, really leading the charge here, leading the pack here on the NASDAQ. All right, guys, driving up. I'm going to play it safe here on this Monday and move my stop to break even and lock in a sure no lose. See if we can get this thing finished. And there it is, guys. Nice Monday morning trade. This is a market open play, of course, but watching the momentum change here from being bearish on the three sisters. Remember this? 1, 2, and of course 3 on the Dow, ignoring the Dow as I often do these days, and then finding this basing here and strength coming back into the S&P at the same time as the NASDAQ breaking handily through the top of the open range and bullish moving average configurations and above VWAP, but all in the context of what I referred to here in the beginning about this resurgence of an up move, at least for the time being, having broken Friday's high on all three sisters. Very much a sign that buying, big picture, that buying is coming back into the US market, at least for a little bit here, for a little bit on Monday. Have an amazing day, guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Talk soon.